So at this point, this represents day 22. Now, at the time of this recording, I'm like at day 45, and I got some great news to share. So follow along the journey, especially if you're considering joining. And if you want to join the BG Wealth sharing platform, there'll be a link down below. If you're already a member, then there'll be a link down below that you can use if you need a system to help you bring people in. So that being said, let's dive in. Now, day 22, at this point, I'm like, okay, I've been in 22 days, and I'm like, if 521, a $521 investment has grown to this just 22 days in, what could 5,000 do? That's kind of the mindset. Like, what could 1,000 do? What could 2,000, 2,500? And a lot of people do this. And I'm not here to say that that's a bad thing. So you got to ask yourself, is that a trap or a treasure? Now, everyone that I know who got started and decided to put more money in, which I put more money in, but it was in the form of the bonuses that was paid out. Like basically, since I started sharing it with others, the system will give you bonuses, and then I will put more money in. So that's what sped up the process for me. But it's others that I know that might have started with 500 and said, nah, let me go ahead and bump it up to 1,000 or bump it up to 5,000. Neither of them have been disappointed. I can't say that. Now, this is not to tell you what to do or how to do it, because some people say they want to come in with a solid amount, because they're like 1.2% a day. That's pretty significant, compounded over time. I want to start pretty powerfully. Matter of fact, right now I got somebody who's trying to start, well, somebody who is being introduced by somebody I introduced. They're trying to start with 20K, but it's a certain process. Long story short, you do what you feel feels right to you. For me, I'm like, okay, I want to at least get to the point where the money doubles. At this point, I'm looking at it like, okay, 521 doubled needs to turn into 1042 minimum. And then, that allows me to at least withdraw my initial investment and then play with the house money, as they call it. But I'm looking at it from an angle of long-term thinking, like what could this turn into? Not wanting to be greedy, but just thinking about it from that angle. And that may be your natural place as well. Once you get started, you might be like, man, I should have started with more, or maybe I should add more. So that's for you to decide. But what I will say is this: you do want to have some type of game plan of when you plan to withdraw. Reason being, you gotta mentally experience the double up. You got to mentally experience the compounding. Because if it's just in there and it's just a number in your mind, you still are somewhat wondering if it's touchable. Can I actually access this? It's just a mind thing. So you have to experience it for yourself. So that way you at least say, okay, I put in this, I got out that. I at least got my initial investment, so I didn't lose. That's a good mental place to be in. Then from there, it's all up. So you at least want to have that game plan. For us, we teach people, hey, once your money doubles, you can take out your initial investment. Or if you want to wait until a little bit longer to where it doubles and some, so that way it covers the fees, because there are fees involved when you withdraw. With I dive in a little bit more, and it's part of how the platform works. That's part of the rules. I didn't make the rules. That's part of the game. That is certain fees that go along with withdrawing, and that's how the company makes money. But it makes sense because they helping you earn 1.2% per day. I mean, it's the cost of doing business. But have whatever the amount is in your mind. If you started with this, when do you plan to withdraw? And you want to do it in a way that positions you to not lose premature fees, meaning that if you pull it out before the money invested has doubled, then it's an added fee to it, because you didn't stick to the initial agreement. But it's still going to make you pull out in profit. You just don't want to do it. So if you are playing or investing money that you need real quick, don't do it. Only invest what you don't need right now. You might have a stash in a different account, sitting in another, wallet or folder, whatever the case may be. That's the money you want to invest with. But in this time frame, the thought process is, should I invest more? Because you're seeing success, you're seeing the growth, and you're knowing that it's percentage based. So 1.2% a day on $500 is different than 1.2% a day on $5,000. So that's the mindset that I'm in at this point. But you see the numbers, you see how it's growing. And if you want access to this system, the link is down below. And You'll be able to get access to my direct contact number as well. That way you can ask any questions. I've been hopping on phones helping people as well if they need it. And if you need the help, then that's what I'm here to do. I don't want to put you in a position to where you get enrolled and then you don't have any assistance, any guidance, any support, or you feel like somebody left you hanging. Even though you're seeing this video and, you know, you may feel as though it's just somebody who's making a video that's untouchable. No. When you get enrolled or get down the process of getting enrolled, I'm here to assist you and help you because I want you to have a win-win scenario as well. I want you to be able to multiply your money as well. So I'm a real person just sharing my real results on a day-to-day basis in a way that I feel is helping me, but can also help you. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.